Hey!
Get down.
Morning, how's it going today? Look at it. It's already wintertime again. Yeah, it's a stop sign, you fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. I don't know how many times people like lounge out in front of me. Not lounge. Lunge out from that intersection. Like, people are so impatient. It's kind of a shitty intersection because when you approach it, you can't see shit until you're like right out. And everybody always commits to being impatient. It's wet. Is fucking snowing. What else? Let's talk about RDC, as in fucking Red Deer City. They've already made the wise decision to, hey man, we're having a drought. Can you cut back on water? Of course, technically me, windows down, system up, 2 fingers up, screaming at the world like I don't give a fuck. Like, how are we having a fucking drought? Especially like, where our water comes, Red Deer River, so delicious. The snow hasn't even started to melt in the mountains yet. And they're like, we're having a drought! Do you think the government's just trying to set fear? Like, you guys have been fire ban. I'm having a fire in my backyard. Drought. I'm watering, filling the hot tub, fucking doing shit. And I got fucking ducks now that need water. So I guess I'm like, I kind of have a refuge. I need the water. God damn. I don't know what else. Really. It kind of pisses me off that they're like, there's a drought. I'm like, it's definitely not a fucking drought, and fucking Conklin is like straight swamp. Water everywhere. Athabasca River, pretty sure it has water. Should we go around? Sure, let's do it. I need to get going to work. Wow, that's a long signal. Front of the line. Better turn off traction control just in case I need to fucking pin it. How come the other day I came out from over there and I wanted to shoot across 4 lanes and I was like, oh, I'll just go real quick. And the traction control came on, but my foot never left the pedal and it literally was on its face, not letting up. Even though I wasn't spinning anymore, the car was pointing straight, the traction control pretty much stayed on until I lifted my foot. I'm like, wow, that's super convenient if you were like in a situation where you're like, I gotta go fast. And then all of a sudden it's like, ugh. And then you're like, what the fuck's going on? And the car's like, no, you're not going fast. So I literally have to turn off the traction control every single time I get in the car. What's the point of having a sports car? And this has been a fucking big thing amongst all the sports cars because the traction, steering aids, and all the electronics they put in them, they kill it for you. Like, the Volkswagen was particularly bad. Like, I had to go down to my buddy's shop, and Volkswagen runs CAN bus, and you can only get into it with, what's it, VCD... S, I think is what it's called. Yeah, VCDS. It's a program by Volkswagen, and it's like code for the car. It's literally fucking, you go in there, and you gotta change amounts or whatever, you change the numbers and shit. I followed a guide. I was like, if you want to turn off trash control permanently all winter, put in this code. And then you gotta click do it, or else it won't do it. And then it's fucking, it saves in. It's like a fucking 15-digit number. And then I was like, awesome, I turned it off permanently for winter. First time I go to rip the e-brake, nope. Did more investigating. Steering angle sensor. So when the car is sideways, it knows that it's sideways, and you're steering into a fucking skid. It knows, and it's like, you're having fun. Brakes. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So I had to go, and literally, so the steering wheel symbol would be on all winter, and the fucking trash control light would be on, because I turned both of them off for the winter, and it would be like, your car has problems. It didn't like stop me from driving it or anything, and it only would ding when I'd start the car, and that was it. But I'm like, I'd rather have the trash control completely off all the time when I start the car, and then maybe, no, there's actually zero place I would switch for trash control. Because even in the winter, it just kills it. As soon as you spin the tires, it's like, I don't know if it cuts fuel or whatever it does, but it like feels like it knocks it down to like 2 horsepower. It's like, ugh. So it's probably cuts fuel and applies brakes, which is stupid. The Subaru did that too. Every time I got in my WRX, I'd have to fucking push the button, and then I only had to push the button. I didn't have to hold it down because it didn't have stability. It just had traction control, so I just had to like push the button pretty much in the same spot, right there, just ding, and it was time to have fun. But I had to do it every time I got in the car in the winter. Like, what a pain in the ass. So, okay, bitch fest is over. We all know I like to go sideways. It's fun to do. I was like, I'm gonna wake up this morning and there's gonna be a foot of snow on the ground and it's gonna be fun time again. No. You can still skid on the fucking wet pavement for sure, but today, what it is, we're gonna go do we're gonna help Hopkins today, actually. So now I got some rarity stuff. We're gonna go move the cone crusher. So I gotta find a Jeep. Fucking I pray to God it's not in yard 2. And I can't even go look in yard 2 because I'll fucking die. Thought I'd get morning frost, but no such thing. So moving the cone crusher, we gotta go to their shop, grab cone crusher, take it to the pit, grab the cone crusher from the pit, bring it back to the shop, and also we're gonna move fucking Grandpa's D8. So it's like an old mechanical D8. He's like, you might have to run it. I'm like, fuck, is it open cab? It's pretty wet out. I'm like, no problem. He's like, you know how to work a mechanical RGN? I'm like, yeah. Who doesn't? I'm like, I prefer them. Sorta, I guess. I guess it all depends. I don't know. I don't know if there's a plus and minus of RGNs if you're having hydraulic or mechanical. I'm definitely used to the 80s wheelers, and I didn't mind them. They were kind of fun. It's just an extra step. You're down, you're up. Versus where the hydraulic one, you just fucking put it down and pull away. It's got the stinger and shit. You don't need a block of wood. These are all things I got to make sure I'm gonna have to have. But we're doing the cone crusher shit first, and then we'll go move the D8. I'm sure there's gonna be some black smoke involved, especially unless if he's got it running and ready for me. He's like, there might be a guy, so I might not get to operate it. Whatever, I don't care. If someone's there and they want to load it, fuck, by all means. I can take fucking footage then. That's how I roll. I'm like, I'd rather be on the camera. I like driving them too, but I'd be on the camera and I'd get some sick footage instead of just fucking magnetized to the inside of the cab, which is still sick, because he's like going over the beeve. I don't know what kind of D8 it is, so. Last time, here's a funny story, and I'm sorry that I'm fucking going on and on this morning. Went to Richie Bros and loaded old man's D8. I think it was a D8. And it was one of the ones with the closed cab. It was fucking probably 1977 or something. And it's there, it's running. For some reason, I don't know why it was running, but it was running, so it was warm. And I'm like, okay. And I had to put it on a scissor neck. This thing's got the fucking full. First thing, we were gonna take off the blade. He's like, take off the blade. I'm like, the blade's never been off. It is not coming off. When I got to Richie Bros to load it. This was at Hudson, so insert picture. I probably already did, but definitely a fucking 2 pilot car action kind of blade on there. Plus it had the cab and it had fucking ripper. Like, this thing was stout. And we were like a tandem Jeep, scissor neck, tri, and I think we had to have had a booster. It was winter, so man, pretty sure. I don't know. He gave his setup. He's like, it'll be all right. I'm like, no, it won't be all right. I'm like, it's going to be way too heavy. But I'm like, fuck it. It was only moving somewhere out by Onaway or something from Nisku. So anyways, I got in this thing, closed the door, fucking accelerate. I'm fucking ripping around in it a little bit, fucking pulling the sticks. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm like, just like I remember as a child, because my dad used to take me all the time on these fucking things. So I remember what's what. Got the fucking manual shifter over here in the fucking box. I go to get out. I'm like, oh, this door's missing a door handle. I'll just get out the other door. That door handle's missing too. So here I am in the cab of this D8 with no door handles on the inside. I'm like, there's got to be a pair of pliers or something in here. I'm like, what up? So I'm sitting on the sidelines at Richie's, waving at people. There's no horn or anything. People are going by and I'm like, fuck, in the cab, just being like, I think for some reason I was lucky I had my phone in my pocket, because that is rare, because I never have my phone in my pocket, because that's when I always fuck up my phone, because it's in your pocket and you lean over the side of the trailer on a deck pin or whatever, you know. I'll fucking phone somebody. And you know who I don't know why I phoned boss, and I'm like, dude, I'm trapped. Someone needs to help me out here. And this is hydroplaning snow. It's not the kind of snow you play in. This shit'll put you in the ditch. Artie Koss Jr. came and fucking opened the door for me. I don't know. I think he was going to the sale to check out some shit at the time. We've kind of worked hand in hand. Not so much me, like I've worked with them, but we used to fucking get work from him and vice versa when I worked at Hudson's. So yeah, he came and let me out. But he was fucking with me a little bit at first. He's like, oh, no. So yeah, that's a story on how you get trapped in closed cab D8s. Copy. What did the Indian say to the white man? He's like, it's like snow. It's white and it's on my land. Sorry, it's just a small joke. I'm not offended. This ain't gonna get stuck. Shut up! Well, I don't see any Jeeps here, so this is good. That means it's down at the farm. There's a try, but it's not gonna fit underneath the crusher cone. Crusher cone requires to have one if it's like the Bentonson's ones that I used to do all the time. The wheel on the Jeep has to be all the way at the back, which, you know what else it leaves you is pretty much zero weight on your drives. But we're in a gravel pit, so traction should not be a problem. And it's not really sticking to the highway, so I grabbed the pilot car. I'm like, I'll go look while the truck's warming up, but I'm looking in the pilot car. So, okay, cool, it's down at the farm. I shouldn't have to chain up to go down there. Well, maybe the hill's shitty.
Alright, what the fuck, man?
Going down the highway, I'm like, shit, I forgot my hammer up there. I know it. Oh, and I had no mud. Fucking scatterbrain this morning. The Jeep was supposed to be at the yard, but it's here, so take this one. Boards up there we need to strap down. Everything's else is strapped down. Well, this one's easy. That is fucking. Piss. Guess I should check the lights. So we got one low. That one. I got an air hose. glad I don't have to spot that thing. He's like, yeah, it'll be a pain in the ass for you. It's getting quite stuck in there. Not a lot of room to work with. Got one more problem besides the low tire. Fuck yeah. Hopefully there's no other ones. I was just airing out this tire and I seen through the hole that there was a big rock in there. I'm like, oh, cool. So that's always fun. Good to see if it's in there pretty deep, so I'm going to put a chain on, wrap the chain around it, and then drive over with the other axle. See if it pulls it out. Telling you, these fucking mirrors on this truck, man. I can see that this is lined up, so I don't know what the fuck my problem is. I just keep backing up and I'm like, once I get beside this, I'm like, man, I'm completely crooked. Try to make it look half nice, you know? Just bogging through the mud back here. It's a rubber boot day today, for sure. Hope the ground's hard enough here. I'm sure they own a gravel pit. Gotta winch it off, put it on blocks. Should have recorded coming out of that pit because I was spinning. There's like literally no weight on my drives because everything's on the Jeep. I was spinning, finding traffic, spinning. Traffic. Traction! God damn it. What is this guy, high or something? Not today. Well, that's definitely not what I wanted to happen. That's what the pickup sling on the front's for.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. He said if I had problems, he would pick it up with the loader. It was obviously too soft, but the WA 600 can definitely probably handle that. Take this up to our yard and then get the Jeep under it. I just didn't want to have to try to wrestle with that gate at the top of this hill. It is kind of tight. God damn it. Had one flat tire, everything I've hooked up to. Live with one, it's on the outside. Get the hose. We got glad hands back here. Or not. Huh. It's a big negative. That would be too easy. Gonna basically need to have this on a frickin' spool. Like in the shop. Fucking yummy. Time to change out this haggard light cord. I'll start by taking off this wrap. Plug hasn't been out all winter, so it's gonna be pretty seized in. Man, this thing's really stuck. I'll resort to more hitting. This definitely isn't working at all. I'm gonna have to resort to something else a little less caveman.
What's that supposed to mean?
1-inch ratchet strap. I'll put some tension on it and I'll continue hitting it. I repeated this process and kept tightening up the strap, and eventually it came out. Each plug may vary. Yours might be completely different. Throw this over here for now. We'll keep it as a spare because it still works. BNB, brand new in bag. Quality check. Make sure all these screws are tight. Definitely not going to throw it back in that crusty old dirty hole, are you? Give a shot at WD. I had to borrow this tool from the mechanic. Cleaning face. Blow out the hole. Borrowed that air gun too. Electrical grease. Maybe we won't have this problem next time. Inserting plug. We're not done. Let's wrap these cords. 40 wheels through the mud. I was worried about high centering. Yeah, it's definitely not lacking moisture these days. All of a sudden. Uh-oh. I don't know if we'll make her. I'm spinning already. But we're in a gravel pit, so traction should not be a problem. Fuck tire. God damn it. Just going around the corner. Thank God. Well, sketchy as all get the hell out of here, but I'm not having to deal with it. Well, I am, but I'm not, you know? Man, hope that's not, it's a white truck, so it's not, it could be Lacombe County. Got to get her, couldn't make this turn, obviously. I'm gonna drive right into there, so cut her in, put him down right here on the dirt, and then he's gonna walk it in. He just took the blade in, obviously. You seen that shit? Fuck. On an angle, the rake is way too much. I put in these big blocks because we were fucking damn near bottoming out on the other side when we loaded it. So I'm like, man, better change those. No, I don't have skills. I had to learn how to use that today. I've never used one. First time I had to use the wet kit too. I was like, I don't even know if it works.